Today we will be talking about the solar ingress in Pisces, the change of nodes, nodal axes, and the three planetary wars which are taking place between 21st of March to 4th of April 2022. The planetary positions are most venomous and they are indicating that the complete world will go through a very rough patch, and especially concerning the brawl between the countries. And needless to mention about the Ukraine-Russia crisis. Now, I have written this article, Solar Ingress in Pisces, Node Change Axis, Three Planetary Wars between 21st March to 4th April, most explosive time frame. You see, the planetary positions are changing and making the worst situations for the globe in general. We have already seen the results of the planetary war between Mars and Venus and the combustion of Jupiter for such a long time. Jupiter is combusted till 23rd of March. On the 15th March 2022 at 16:00 hours, Sun will ingress in the sign Pisces, and the sign which is rising at the time of ingress is Scorpio, and it is a most mysterious and a secretive sign. And then on top of it we have Ketu in Sarpadreshkon. So, and the Navamsha is also of Scorpio, so it shows all the more secretiveness and difficulty, because Ketu is there in the Lagna of the Scorpio rising. And then Sun is considered most pious in Pisces. It is the fifth house. It is in the fifth house because it is a friendly sign, and in the sign of Jupiter, and Sun and Jupiter, they form the highest Raj Yoga, which is called the Sanrakshan Yoga or Shiv Raj Yoga. Jupiter should not be combusted. So friends, but you see, all the same, and Moon is placed in a trinal house. The Sun and Moon, the luminaries are placed in the trinal house. The Sun is placed in the fifth house and the Moon is placed in own house in the sign Cancer, in the Ashleisha star in the ninth house, but it is aspected by Mars and Saturn and Venus, and it is under affliction. And in Navamsha also, the it is not in a benefic state. It is and then Sun is in Rahu Ketu axis in the Navamsha, so it is not good. It is showing difficult situations, and especially after the 21st of March. On the 21st of March, there is planetary war between Jupiter and Mercury. And then on the 27th March, there is planetary war between Venus and Saturn. Venus has already suffered a lot for so many days, almost about a month. It was fallen and then it was in planetary war. Now, and the last but not the least and the most important is the conjunction of Mars and Saturn and planetary war between Mars and Saturn on the 3rd of March. And then on the 4th of April, they are degree conjunct, and Mars is at the exaltation point. And because the nodes will change sign on the 17th of March, and they will come in the quadrant from the heavy planets Mars and Saturn, and Mars will aspect Rahu and Saturn will aspect Ketu. This is the most crucial, parameter for the malefics to be in quadrant from each other, in Kendra from each other. And then degree aspect on the 4th of April. Mars will aspect degree aspect on Rahu, and Saturn will aspect degree aspect on Ketu, because all the planets will be at 28 degrees. And then on top of it, another parameter which we cannot ignore is that in the foundation chart of Ukraine, you have moon at 29 degrees, and Saturn will be transiting at 29 degrees on the 28th, 29th of April. And on 29th of April, it's a very typical situation. First of all, Saturn is aspecting Ketu, right? And then on the 29th, 30th, Saturn will aspect Rahu by third aspect. So simultaneously on the same day, 29th and 30th, 29th, you see Saturn is first aspecting Ketu, and then when it ingresses in Aquarius, it aspects Rahu. So 29th is the most crucial day for Ukraine and for the complete world. And although there are planetary combinations as per the invasion of 24th February, there is a window for truce, because there is a Nakta Yoga between the Lagna Lord and the 7th Lord, which are in 212 axis, and then it has got a Nakta Yoga with Moon. And all this is happening on the 21st, 22nd of March. There is a Nakta Yoga. Moon has exact degree wise ittisal with Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn and Sun. So friends, this is a possibility, there is a window where there is a possibility of some truce. But if this truce does not take place, then things can go very, they will be explosive, and then the planetary positions will start becoming parallel like the WW2, because I have seen in WW1 and WW2 that the malefics are conjunct. Mars conjunct with Rahu, or Mars conjunct with Ketu, or Saturn conjunct with Ketu, or Saturn conjunct with Rahu are most malefic. And then on top of it, when they are conjunct and in square position from each other, it is most malefic, and that will happen after the 31st of July and around the 10th of August, when Mars and Rahu will forming a Ngarak Yoga in Aries, and in the Kendra from that, in the 10th house from that is Saturn, and in fallen condition, and it will aspect Ketu. So that situation is also very bad. Although when Mars and Saturn are in opposition or conjunct and with Rahu and Ketu, then it is a fierce war. So there now we can say that something similar to WW2 can be seen, and already media news is pointing out that the world is now getting split into two parts. The countries defending NATO, and the countries opposing NATO. And US is instigating all the countries and helping the NATO countries against Russia. And my feeling is that if there is no truce, for which the possibility is there, we can't rule out on the 21st, 22nd, then the things can go most ugly. And this is all, friends, I just wanted to share. And because of this planetary positions, adverse planetary positions, the stock and financial markets will be hit adversely. And similar for the prices for precious metals, gold, silver and other metals will rise along with crude oil. So this is all, friends, I just wanted to share that the planetary positions are taking the whole world for a rough patch of time, and we let us hope and pray that on the 21st, 22nd, there is, because of this Nakta Yoga which is happening, and there is Itsal between Moon, Mercury, Jupiter, Saturn and Sun, then there is it's a Sal, and we get some relief out of it. Although the possibilities are weak, but we cannot rule out. And if it does not take place, then we already, as I've just told you, that the things can go beyond control. So this is all, friends, I just wanted to share, especially those people who are investing in the stock and financial markets. They have to be alert, right? Just across 17th, and already Biden has declared I will read out as per media news. Media news, Russia-Ukraine war news live updates. Will defend NATO territory even if it means World War III, says Biden. So this is just on the verge when Rahu and Ketu are about to change signs, and this kind of statement comes. It clearly indicates that Rahu and Ketu can prove detrimental. This transit of Rahu and Ketu in the sign Aries and Libra can be detrimental. So this is all, friends. I just wanted to share that this Rahu and Ketu will be transiting in the 8th house. In the 8th house, Rahu will be the 8th house of Russia and Ketu will be the 2nd house of Russia. And as far as Ukraine is concerned, the Rahu and Ketu will come in the 410 axis, in the Kendra. And all the planets, as far as Poland is concerned, all the malefic planets, there are no benefic planets or malefic planets in the Kendra, because the Lagna is Libra for Poland, and all the countries are, the forces of all the countries are getting concentrated in Poland, and Poland could face great trouble also because of this transit, because all the malefics will be in the Kendra as far as Poland is concerned. So Poland will be the epicenter. It can become the epicenter for war. So this is all, friends, I just wanted to say. And there could be natural and unnatural calamities, tsunamis, earthquakes and cyclones, as I've already predicted much before. And let's hope for the best. And thank you very much for listening to me, and have a good day. Bye-bye.